Hello, Aries. Your weekly love tarot reading begins with the Devil, the Knight of Pentacles, the Moon, and the Five of Swords. If you're watching this video, chances are you're brand new to my channel, my readings. And so each week, the weekly love tarot readings we do for the Zodiac signs also incorporate the other person in this connection. So your person here is coming in with Judgment, High Priestess, wow, Nine of Wands, and the Emperor. That's your power card, Aries. That's your card in tarot. What's the connection here? Knight of Wands, more fire. Damn. The bottom of the deck, a Four of Wands, the 1111 card. The card for the soulmate. The celebration, right? The celebration of two souls, a union that everyone knows, can see is divine, is meant to be. Yeah, Knight of Wands is the connection here. So this is a forward driving energy, very dynamic. Can be impulsive at times, right? But very fiery, very passionate, full of desire and action. All right, Aries. Well, as I said, we do these weekly love tarot readings. We take a look at your energies and your person, how you see each other, how you see the relationship, and possible outcomes. So let's jump right in, because you are coming in with the Devil. Oof, Aries, playing with fire. Your person is coming in with Judgment. So what's going on here? Right, I'm going to definitely need some clarifiers, but your energy, that Devil energy, a feeling of wanting to play with fire, a feeling of sort of acting without any inhibitions, wanting to be free. Judgment is coming in here. Your person is dealing with issues to do with letting go, right? Letting go perhaps of the past, letting go of anger, guilt. Let's get the clarifiers going, because these are really some heavy energies to start off with. And with that connection there of the Knight of Wands, of more fire connecting the two of you, let's see what's going on first of all with my Aries and that Devil energy. What's that all about? Show me. Two of Cups and Death. Wow. Okay, show me your person. What's going on with that Judgment? Nine of Wands and a Queen of Pentacles. Wow. So right away, they're coming in with a feeling of wanting to be forgiven, fighting to be forgiven, right? For you, that Devil energy, there was a change here. I'm going to say a love that was lost, a love that came to an end. And you may, Aries, you may have been throwing yourself into some self-destructive behavior. Okay, you may have, with that Devil energy, you may have been saying, you know what, F it, I'm going to do whatever I want to do. Your person can see that probably. There's definitely a connection here, right? But they want forgiveness. I feel like you're mad at them. They want forgiveness. And you're like, nope, I don't want to talk to you. And by the way, I'm going to go over here and do all of this stuff, right? Because I'm mad. Right? You're really acting out. And I can get that because you're in your feelings. That Death energy coming in over this relationship. Yeah. So Knight of Wands is angry. That's the connection here. You're angry. Knight of Wands can be anger, right? And so with that Judgment, your person is like, oh man, did I really screw up? Did I screw up? Did I mess up? They're like, oh shit, Nine of Wands. They probably have been trying for a while to get your forgiveness and not succeeding. What flipped over? King of Cups, pouring out the cup. Yeah, they really hurt you in some way. All right, they really hurt you in some way. How do you see each other? Well, you see them as a Knight of Cups, and they see you as a High Priestess. It's interesting. Like you feel like they're just getting on with their work. They're getting on with their lives. And there's almost a feeling of resentment here from you, Aries. It's like, are they even paying attention to me? Like what's happening, how what they've done to me has affected me, or are they just literally just getting on their horse and going on with their lives, you know? From their point of view, they see you and they see High Priestess, so they're really kind of stymied, right? They don't really know what to make of what's going on right now. I think that you don't realize how much they're affected, or how sorry they are, rather. You're probably like, well, I don't care how sorry they are. They hurt me. You know, they hurt my feelings. They hurt me. You know, they should be sorry, right? That's the energy here. Um, but at the same time, it does feel like you may be thinking that they're not concerned with that Knight of Pentacles. Let's see some more, though. Let's see some more about how you see your person. Show me a little bit more with that Knight of Pentacles here. We want to know more. Three of Cups energy and Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, so you see them kind of like, interesting. You see them getting on with their lives and socializing and partying, and they have a new opportunity. There's a real feeling of resentment here, honestly. Like, I get that they're feeling like guilty over here. This judgment energy does seem like they're feeling quite guilty, but they're clearly not feeling guilty enough to, you know, to make you see it, right? They might be hiding it. You know what I'm saying? They might be hiding the fact that, you know, I get that feeling because at the end of the day, no matter how you see them here with this, you know, feeling that you may have seen them partying a lot with their friends and going out and doing all kinds of stuff. They have the Ace of Pentacles. They may be onto something new. But deep down inside over here, they're guilty. They feel guilty. They feel exhausted. They feel like, you know, they don't really have a lot of strength right now. You know, they feel bad, you know. They don't understand you. They don't know where you're coming from. Like, they don't know your feelings. I think maybe before they did, but now they don't really know what's going on with you because I think you're really hiding a lot from them. Show me that High Priestess, Four of Wands, damn, and Page of Pentacles. When they see you, they see Four of Wands. Four of Wands has come out twice. And a Page of Pentacles here. There's a feeling here. They see you. You may be, listen, some of you Aries may be trying to make them jealous. I'm serious. Because there's this energy here of how you guys, you see them partying and they see you like starting something new. They see you with this Four of Wands, Page of Pentacles energy. This kind of indicates that you're starting a new relationship. You might be dating somebody else, or you might be bringing somebody around to make them jealous. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't know what's going on. That High Priestess, they don't know what's going on with you, but what they do, I think that you guys are both kind of playing games with each other. I'm going to be honest. They're trying to make you feel as, you know, they're trying to put on this show as if they're not bothered, they're okay, when in fact they feel really, really guilty. You're putting on this kind of show where you're bringing other, maybe you're bringing somebody else around, a date or something like that, and you're making it quite obvious that you know, that you're might be considering starting already up with somebody else. And it's like you're both kind of doing this to each other in a way. You know what I'm saying? So this is a difficult situation, Aries. This is definitely a period here of you being in a fight. You're in a fight with somebody. You're in a broken up state, or you're in a fight state. You're both kind of getting at each other. You're getting back at each other. Take care with this energy, you know? How do you see the relationship? Yeah, Moon energy and a Nine of Wands again. They had a Nine of Wands over here. For you, you don't know what's going on. You're like, listen, I don't know how I feel anymore. I don't know what's happening with this relationship anymore, you know? And everything's become very unsure and vague. Right. For them, Nine of Wands, they continue to feel like really exhausted. You know, it just feels like one of these relationships that's just been a little bit toxic for a while. In as much as whenever the two of you fight, you just don't handle it in a healthy way. Right. You just don't handle it in a healthy way. You both kind of find yourselves in this kind of confusing place where you're exhausted and you don't trust each other anymore, and it's just kind of gotten away from itself. This feels like a, you know, a connection that just needs to be completely cleansed, maybe some space from each other, and maybe some growing up on both sides, a little bit of like working through some of these issues. Because right now it just feels like you guys are caught up in a cycle of hurting each other, or, you know, doing things to each other that breaking trust, and then breaking up, and then hurting each other because you're broken up, and then creating even more pain and distrust. And it's just a very vicious cycle that feels like it's destroying this relationship, honestly, Aries. So let's see some more about that moon energy. Strength and the tower. There it is. Like you're having to deal with a lot of emotions. That strength card, you may be having to deal with a lot of anger and jealousy. Clearly, right? There's a lot of emotions here. And the tower moment comes in at this relationship. It just feels like this relationship is constantly triggering you. You're finding yourself behaving in ways that you don't want to behave. You're finding yourself having to deal with really big emotions and strong emotions all the time. 10 of Cups. Knight of Cups. This person still wants to be with you, though. You know, they still want to be with you. So I wonder, I mean, 9 of Wands, they feel like they want to fight. They feel like they have to dig deep and keep fighting for this relationship. And ultimately, when they see this relationship, they see a desire to have it keep going. 10 of Cups. You know, they have a desire to keep it going. They have a desire to do more. And at the end of the day, I do feel like really the dynamic here is this. They hurt you. You've lashed out. Um, you both are trying to pretend like you're not hurt, but at the end of the day, they really want you. They really want you. They really want you back, or they want to make this right, or they're happy with you. Like they love you, right? And when they see you as well over here, they see 4 of Wands. This can also speak to not only, in some ways, I feel like, yes, you may have come along with that Page of Pentacles, trying to make them jealous a little bit, but they're only jealous because they see you as their twin flame. They see you as their soulmate. So despite everything that's gone on, you're dealing with somebody who's deeply, deeply in love with you. They may be the type of person who is like into the drama. You know, sometimes people bring drama to you in relationships. That doesn't mean they don't love you, right? In their way, that is love, right? Maybe in their way that is love, but and for you, you may be saying, well, shit, all this drama, I don't want to deal with this drama. This is, you know, love wouldn't feel like this. Well, that's not necessarily true, because sometimes love is as love does. A rose is a rose is a rose. You know, it's down to you how you see it, you know. And you may be dealing with somebody who sees drama as a expression of love. You can't deny their feelings, and their feelings are real here, right? But you have a tower moment, and I think that tower moment might indeed be realizing this about your person, because strength is there. It feels like you've been triggered so much lately, and you're just getting stronger as a result of it, but also as a result of getting stronger, and as a result of dealing with all of this kind of unsure, scary, a little apprehensive energy in this relationship, you have an epiphany. I think you have a really big epiphany about this person, and about you, and about this connection, and if you really want it or not, right? Meanwhile, they want you back. Like they want this. They want to work for this. They want to put the effort in no matter how tired they are. But for you, something breaks. Something breaks, and some epiphany comes in. Some understanding comes in. Some kind of awakening comes in. How do you see final outcome or actions here, right? For you, 5 of Swords, you may give up this battle. There's a battle that you've had with this person that you may just walk away from. You know, again, they like the drama. So for some of you, this person may find themselves, you know, not being able to engage you in the drama anymore. They may, you know, you may leave them standing there, kind of walking away, and leave them standing there, you know, with all their like swords and all of their tactics, but alone. Emperor energy is how they may resonate. Yeah, you leaving a lasting impression on them. Emperor energy at the same time also is authority, looking over your kingdom, looking over who you are and what you have and what you've established. It is success and authority and abundance coming in. It is the masculine divine energy here. So for some of you, your person, I don't know, the way that Emperor is coming in, I just feel, all I can feel like is that they're not necessarily resonating with that. I almost feel like they just see you. They see you and they see you either walking away or not. You know what I mean? Like, it's really very much about you. That's the final energy outcome or possible. I usually don't clarify these because they're whispers of the next stage, right? So we don't want to get into that just yet. We want to concentrate on this stage, but it's almost as though by the time you get through all of this, this person just only sees you, whatever that means to them. Let's go ahead and pull your zodiac runes. We're going to see what zodiac signs you might be dealing with throughout all of this. This is, yeah, interesting reading. This is a difficult relationship. You guys really go back and forth. Capricorn energy. Some of you are dealing with Capricorn. You guys really go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. Libra energy. Some of you are dealing with a Libra. Okay, one more zodiac rune. And some of you are dealing with a Virgo. Okay, so I'm going to link those readings. All right, guys, so that may or may not resonate for you. You may or may not be dealing with those signs, or they may have those energies in your chart. They may not. It may be the same thing for you, okay? You may have those energies in your chart. In either case, I'm going to call this reading a close. This is your weekly love tarot reading, Aries. If you'd like to go ahead and follow me over to the extended reading now, I will be going over there now and digging a little bit deeper into this message, getting a few more clarifiers from a fresh deck, and pulling out some zodiac and animal spirits. But for right now, Aries, thank you so much for joining me. This was a pretty interesting reading about, I think, possibly walking away from a very toxic connection. But for right now, I wish you all love, life, and happiness. Aries cross watchers, new and returning viewers, thank you so much. And I hope to see you right back here again for your next tarot reading. Bye-bye now.